What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Did I break it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Veteran Gaming. I am Aaron. Tonight in Eternal Evolution we are going to be testing the newest energy hero to come to Eternal Evolution. That is the Triple S Atlas hero Cariolus, who is a really interesting hero and seems to synergize really well and really specifically with Nord. So really quickly, we're going to do some testing at each level, EX10, EX20, and EX30, going from Mythic to Legendary to Immortal. So I do have him at Mythic 2 right now, and we're going to go ahead and talk through exactly how I have him set up, and then we're going to start doing a little bit of testing at each level to see how he does. So to talk about his kit really quickly, his first common here is he's going to judge enemies in a straight line, so he's going to do damage in a straight line. We do have the exclusive here where if the skill deals critical damage, it slightly pushes back and stuns the target for 2 seconds, which is awesome. And he's also, it's true damage with the talent effect. It's based on the attack, which is important. Alright, so his second one here, the passive for each hero with Thunder Barrier, which is at this point Cariolus and Nord. On both sides, Cariolus increases damage dealt by 5%, can stack up to 5 times. He also does an AoE Lightning Bolt hitting up to 3 targets, dealing damage based on attack yet again, and gives himself a Thunder Barrier, which reduces all incoming damage. Later on, while Thunder Barrier is active, damage dealt to nearby targets every 0.5 seconds equal to 80% of attack again. So we're going to kind of want him up in the mix because everybody near him is going to take damage. And then his exclusive later on, it's going to get an enhancement of discharge damage by 20%, hits up to 5 targets, so a little bit more AoE. His passive here, at the start of the battle, he's going to protect middle and back rows by creating an Abyss Storm for 9 seconds. Allied heroes will take less damage. Any charges into this Abyss Storm field will be interrupted, and that's basically seems like anti-Vanguard and anti-tank, specifically Tar-Resh kind of thing. So, let's see. We do have the exclusive here already active. When Abyss ends, it explodes, dealing damage equal to 400% of Cariolus' attack, yet again, to all enemies, and pushes them away from 7 meters. Once we get the talent later on, he's going to restore 10 energy every second in the Abyss radius, which is real fun. Get out of there. Alright, here's our ultimate. He punishes the enemy with Heavenly Fire, causing damage based on attack again, to all targets in the selected area. So we kind of want to see how big that selected area is. Is it like Daniel? Is it like Ampu? The size is going to matter. That's also going to create a shockwave that spreads across the entire battlefield, causing damage, again, based on Cariolus' attack. So we have the talent right now, which is true damage. We don't have the exclusive yet. Enemies directly hit by Heavenly Fire enter a shock state. Impossible to activate common skills. Area damage received is increased by 30% by 5 seconds. So a pretty cool kit. As far as equipment goes right now, I do have him in the Surge and Sun Signet. And the reason I have him in Sun Signet as opposed to the hero set for the attack bonus is because we do want some crit rate because we can get a stun on one of his abilities. But I do have him built with attack, attack, attack so far. And then obviously we're looking for attack and crit rate. So his stats, just real quickly here, mainly we're going for attack, but his crit rate is at what, 38%, give or take. So not great. This is something we may want to look into later when I'm refining gear, whether we want a higher crit rate to land that stun a little bit better. But the main thing you want to focus on is that attack rating, because that's what all of his damage is coming from. We do have him at exclusive 10, as I mentioned. I already talked through those. And we do have his talents built out as far as we can at this time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do some testing. And the one place that's open right now that I think testing will be pretty nice is the first stage here of Mirage Space, because it does benefit energy heroes. So I want to put him in the front here with Nord, I think, first. Let's see. We may end up kind of sliding back here. But for right now, let's put him in the front. I want to kind of test his survivability too and see if that Thunder Barrier is going to keep him alive, happy, healthy, or not. So without further ado, let's go ahead and throw it in here. And I am going to put him on manual so we can see exactly the size of that AoE ability. Let's get the damage out of the way for now. And let's slow this down to 1 speed. So he is still alive. And this is level 10 Mirage Space. This is some decently heavy hitting coming in here. Alright, so there he goes. Coriolis just got taken out. I didn't even see from what. Maybe it was Daniel landing on him there. I just see the bare corpse, it looks like. So, it doesn't look like he has great survivability at this level of difficulty. And I'm not entirely sure we're going to learn too much else from this particular testing. Alright, Nord's down 2, so that's a loss. Let's just see what sliding him back will do. Does he have to be in the middle or back row to put up that bubble? I didn't even see it. Oh, there it is. It goes up even before Miranda. So that's the ability that that blue, that big circle, is what he threw in to block anything coming in. Let's pull up the damage real quick. Alright, so he's already over Luke, who's immortal. Luke isn't EX 30 or anything, he's EX 20. But already, he's in there with Luke. Oh, I forgot to put him on manual to see how big. Let's see if we can live long enough to get one off. I'm trying to keep an eye on so many things right now. That one kind of slipped my mind. Alright, he's still alive so far. Although that may be changing because good old Muka. Yep, Muka got him real quick. Alright, but they're going to get that down. What was his damage? He ended up with more than Luke still, though. So he looks like he damages pretty well. I mean, you can't really argue that. Grace does give him the bonus, right? Okay, good. Make sure they put that in there. I'm not entirely sure what else we can get out of that particular battle. Let's see what else. The first level of tank isn't like energy, is it? I forget. Hunter. Yeah, let's not worry about that. You know what? They might do less damage, though. Just for fun, let's throw them in here at 8. Energy. We'll put you in, you out. Energy. You in. We'll keep you in the back row here. Let's see what they can do to these tanks that are just going to sit up there and wail on Nord. We need to... Alright, there we go. Try to actually focus on what I'm doing here and see how large of an AoE circle he has on his ultimate. This is a decent check on his damage, too, because they're all just kind of standing there letting us hit him. He's out-damaging Ravenna, and I assume he's used one ultimate. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's small. That is a small ultimate field. That definitely feels smaller than Daniel, even. Right? Okay, but we can still get 4 of them here. There was that shockwave. That was actually a pretty cool effect. It was instant. I kind of expected it to, like, hit and then, like, you see a shockwave. But that was almost like one effect. Like, it hit and then exploded out. Pretty cool, though. It's just not quite what I was expecting. But he's out-damaging Ravenna. I mean, he's nowhere near Jaina, but frankly, that's not surprising at all. He is pretty squishy, it looks like, though. Which, again, this is, what, level 8 in the Katosian Triangle, so it's not... Oh, I have another ultimate up and I wasn't using it. Sorry. Boom. That's a cool effect, though. I like that spear that comes down and then the trident. Or the trident that comes down, whatever it is, and then the shockwave. That was pretty cool. So pretty solid damage, though. Pretty solid damage. I can't really tell how much he's getting a boost from Nord, though. We might have to try to run him with something that doesn't include Nord. Probably try to do some PvP later on. You know what? We can try one now at this level. Let's get the full effect. Let's see exactly what you guys are going to get. I'm probably way too high here. I'm going to have to buy a couple challenges. I'm probably way too high here for the most part. Let's... no. Okay, good. I thought I accidentally clicked it. Alright, so let's take out Luke. We'll put Ravenna back in. Here's our boy. Let's keep him in this row. Alright, so let's see how he does against Summoners and Nord. Decently high up in Arena here. His damage is now lower than Ravenna. He took a Nord hit and he lived, but not for long. Alright. And there goes my Nord. Actually, this looks like it's going to be a win, though. Alright, so a little squishy, but he did have, you know, respectable damage, I guess. I really need to try to see... It's only bumping his damage, not Nord's. They both have the Thunder Barrier, so testing Nord's damage without him doesn't matter. But let's see... Let's see really... Nah, you know what? Everybody just got Nord free to play. So we're just going to assume everybody has Nord. Because if you haven't pulled for Nord, that's absolutely batty insane. So I think Nord will run without Cariolis for sure in different makeups. But Cariolis is not going to run without Nord. Any energy setup is going to have Nord in it. So, you know what? I'm not even going to test Cariolis without Nord. That seems kind of pointless. We're just going to run as is. I really wish the energy AoE one was up today. No luck. We'll have to do some... Maybe, you know what? That's what I'll do. When I fine-tune his damage, I'll do it against that one, so I'll show you guys. He'll be EX30 at that point, but that'll be a good test of his damage and what we were looking for. So, I think my EX10... synopsis here is that is solid. I mean, he's a little squishy, but he is energy. But he does decent damage. I mean, if he's holding his own with a fully evolved, well, not fully evolved, an immortal Luke and Ravenna, then, you know, he's not all bad. Good AoE. Helps if you keep him in a line. But I think that's about it for right there. I think at Mythic 2 you're still gonna get a pretty decent energy hero, and if you can pair him with like Jaina and Nord, you're gonna be doing pretty well. And then maybe that saves you some investment into Ravenna or Luke at that point. I don't know. Decently solid though. I'm happy with him at Mythic 2. Let's go ahead and take him up now. I don't know why I went back into that screen when this is the one that I need. All right, where are you at, bud? All right, so we're going to take you up to where we can get you to exclusive 20, which is one more level, but we're obviously going to take him 2 more levels because why wouldn't you? Cool. All right, so let's bump him to EX20. Let's check him out. So now we're going to gain Lightning Veil Enhancement. Discharge damage increased by 20% and hits up to 5 targets. I think that's up from 3. Let's go ahead and double check here. And where does it say? Oh yeah, right here. Releases a bolt of lightning hitting up to 3 targets. So now we can hit 5 targets and damage is increased by 20%. That only takes it to 580% though. That's, I mean, 20% on 560% is not that big of a deal. But hitting pretty much every target as opposed to 3 of the targets is not too shabby. All right, so what are we gaining in the talent pool here? After the ultimate spell is cast, the damage caused by the next spell increased by 15%. That's fun. Especially with the Divine Prototype I used, which gives energy back, so you're getting the next spell or your ultimates quicker. And especially with like Purin or Rez, could be a real nice little bonus. While Thunder Barrier is active, damage is dealt to nearby targets. Yeah, this is the one where we want him kind of close into the combat. So we might try to put him back up front with Nord again. And then we'll get our attack and crit. Oh, that's nice. It gets crit rate there, which is going to help you stun more often. That's really nice little bonus right there. So what's his crit rate up to now? Yeah, now he's up to 46%, almost 50%. So that is significantly better. That is a really nice little talent tree addition. All right. Nothing else here, right? EX20. Good to go. So let's go ahead and do the same testing again. See what we're going to get done. Let's see if he can survive up front now. The Divine Prototype I'm running is the Flowing Rune, like I said. When they deal damage to 3 or more enemies at the same time, they recover 200 energy. So we're getting back to our ultimates faster. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We'll get our damage chart up. You know what? Let's take him off of auto again, real quick. So, still alive, doing very nice damage too. I was gonna say, is Jaina gonna fire? What's going on? There we go. Alright, so she's under a Jaina again, absolutely no surprise there. But he's not dead. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, I mean, we can, you can't get all 5 though. That's very annoying. It's just, I wish that were just a touch bigger. Okay, so Daniel just dropped the bear directly on him, so let's see if he can live through the bear now. It looked like Muka just charged him too. Alright, so with... yeah, he got wiped though. He initially lived through the first hit, but then he got wiped in a hurry. More damage than Luke. By a pretty substantial margin, but still way under Jaina and Nord. Let's do a retry here. Let's put Ravenna back there. And let's go ahead and put him in the middle and see how this goes. Just switch it up a little bit. The barrier is up. Let's put him on auto, or on manual. We're still alive so far. Miranda's really keeping him up. Nord just took a giant hit, though. Might be about to lose Nord. Alright, so there we go. Let's drop this on all 4 in the back row there. There it goes. Alright, Muka's about to go ham. Doing way more damage than Ravenna, though. I will say, his range on that ultimate is pretty nice. This one looks like it'll actually be a win because Muka's down. Let's see. Come on, give me the ultimate already. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty decent range, though. I can hit the entire back row from the middle. That's not too shabby. Boom, big hit from him. So he's at like half of Nord. I mean, Jaina's obviously still Jaina, but more importantly, he lived. At Immortal 2, not Immortal 2, Legendary 2, that's alright. Decent damage. Let's go back to the one where he can just wail on the tanks here. Alright, so there he is in the middle. We got Ravenna, yada yada. Alright, let's see how his damage goes here. And I'm just going to put him... Alright, he's on auto now, so we'll see what auto does with it. Solid number 2 on damage because Jaina hasn't used an ultimate yet. Still alive, which is good. He really has a nice range. You don't see him like scooting up at all. I mean, granted, he's in the middle. Doing a good bit of damage. Seems like he's going to be far better than both Luke and Ravenna. Especially because he synergizes with Nord very nicely. Haven't really seen too much of the stuns. It's been kind of hard to pay attention to that. I think he just blew up Pandemonium, though. Still alive, almost 50 million. Either Jaina or Nord are over 100, so alright. Again, I'm feeling like a pretty solid addition here. I don't know, like, it doesn't seem to really compare to Jaina. And my Jaina is EX30, so, I mean, it's a pretty solid Jaina, but seems to be wildly outclassing Luke and Ravenna. Let's see. Alright, we want to do another PvP here. Let's see what we got. Summoners again? Why not? We'll keep them in the middle. I'm just not entirely sure the damage from like the AoE when they get close to him is worth positioning him up top where he's going to take more damage. I also wish I could tell like what range around him it was actually doing that. It's just, there's just so many effects on the field at any given point that it's borderline impossible to tell who's doing what. Oh, Nord on a full energy team with Nord. Nord almost won. I think Cariolis actually got the killing blow there. What do we got? What do we got? Alright, so he did 8.7. Again, significantly more. Get my head out of the way. Way more than Ravenna. Actually, Nord didn't do that much more. Jaina obviously did. Alright. See, I kind of call this. I think there's going to be a pretty decent little PvP action here with them. I think energy might get kind of catapulted to the front of PvP. Maybe not the front, but I feel like the 4 teams everybody's running in Hell Arena from now on are going to be energy, summoner, tank, and assassin. Because this dude is working with Nord, and when Jaina and Cariolis are pumping out that much damage, they are really putting a hurting on people, especially somebody not like an assassin that's going to jump behind the line. And again, now tanks can't throw, so maybe that's another one. Do I have any... I need to find a tank lineup that has Teresh that's going to try to throw Pandemonium to the back. I have some attacks here. I guarantee I can find one in here. We'll look at that here in a minute. We'll do that when he's EX30, because that's Hell Arena and that's kind of high ranking. I don't really want to get relegated. Is that pretty much it, though? I think that's pretty much it for EX20, right? So let's go ahead and look at EX30. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. Evolve. Evolve, evolve, evolve. There he is. Alright. 2 more gene hybrids for you. You greedy. Okay. There we go. We are immortal. Let's pull them up, pull them up, pull them up. Alright. EX30. Is 366 enough? I hope it is. Should be. Yeah. Barely, but enough. Okay, so now we get the Thunder Verdict Enhancement. Enemies directly hit by Heavenly Fire enter a shock state. Impossible to activate common skills. Area damage received is increased by 30% for 5 seconds. And that's the ultimate, right? Yeah. So his ultimate really, really, really hurts. And big time combat control. Big time combat control. Alright, let's put his talents in. I'm probably also going to take this guy to Hyper Evolution. Once I put all of his talents in. You know what? I'm just going to take him if I can here. I think I have a Hyper Evolution left. Do I? Oh, I have 2. Nice. We'll take him all the way up. We'll show you what he's really capable of. Alright, I'm going to get him to 120. I'm just going to fast forward. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I told you. Back. He's 120 now. He is full exclusive. He is full talented for Immortal. He is still in his Sun Signet and Surge gear, so let's go ahead and check him out. Let's hop right back in to the Katosian Triangle. Up at 10. And let's see how hard this bad boy hits now. We'll put it on 2 times, and we'll just run it. And let's see what he can do. Man, did they kill Muka? Oh, no, he's still there. I was like, holy cow, did they kill Muka already? But no, they did not. His damage is still good. Nowhere near Jaina still, which is not too surprising, I guess. I mean, there can kind of only be one Jaina, it seems. Alright, did he just throw his ultimate? Yeah, he sure did, but I don't think he threw it at Ampu. I think he threw it at Ampu's minions, which was not ideal. Alright, they died, but the important part is the numbers. 69.9. In the end, he did more than Nord, probably because Nord died earlier, but let's do it one more time. Let's just throw him up top. Let's see if he can live. So there's his barrier, nobody can charge through. I mean, are those... Let's see how much his damage goes up. Maybe that'll be a decent indication of that, the lightning that's striking all around him. Oh, he's dead, though. Yeah, he's just a little too squishy to be up front. As soon as Daniel dropped that bear on him, he was game over. Game over. Alright, let's try it one more time. We'll put him back in the middle. Let's see if he can survive. He almost made it the last time. Then we'll definitely throw him up against the tanks, and we'll definitely go into arena PvP to see if that that no charge is for Teresh, anti-Teresh the way we think it is. I should be able to find a tank team in PvP without any difficulty. Boy, still really struggling with Muka. That dude messes this up. Yep. He got his ultimate off. Yeah, there goes Ampu. This one's a win. I mean, it's still going to take a minute, but this one is a win. He died finally, but he did 82 million. Not too shabby at all. Hits hard. Not the hardest, but he hits hard. Quit. And I have not, again, I haven't messed with his gear. I might be able to make him hit harder. Let's go into the tank one here. Yeah, we'll keep this format. You know what? I'm going to put him in the back, because Ravenna has a more limited range, and he has a greater range. So let's kind of see. So he did move up right away. So his range isn't infinite. Probably about the same as Jaina's, because Jaina also moved up right away. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to find pretty much everywhere we test damage. Jaina's always going to be number 1. Nord's going to be number 2. And Cariolis is going to be 3rd. And then everybody else is going to be not particularly close. Yeah, energy waltzed right through this team. And what is that supposed to be? Hunters? What is the... Hunters, okay. Yeah, energy absolutely waltzed through that. That's pretty cool. Good time, too. Alright, let's go into... Oh, you know what? Let's do this one real quick. Sinsaro Marsh EX30. Hunters can do it in like 24 seconds or something like that. So let's get rid of Luke. Ravenna will leave there. Cariolis will put in the back. Let's see if they can do it, and if they can, what's the time? On auto, too. I'm sure they could do it on manual, but let's just see. Ravenna's going to go for the eggs. That's nice of her. Yeah, going to be nowhere near my Hunter team record, but looks like they'll knock it out pretty easily. Which, frankly, they should. Shouldn't really be like, all my immortal energies are really struggling on Sinsaro Marsh level 3. Oh, wow, though. Look at the damage. Carriolus is number 1 in damage. Wow. Like she's spanking Jaina, or Carriolus, I don't know, he, she, whatever. Carriolus is spanking Jaina. Jaina just can't hit enough targets, it looks like. And Carriolus is putting in work. So there you go, Carriolus might be a real nice little boost to beginning heroes accounts. Because look at that. I mean, they're not catching him either. That's not a glitch. He's probably going to end this as number 1 overall damage. I'm glad I went in to test this. I mean, he's up by 20 million. Jaina's at 8.1. So in Sinsaro Marsh, Carriolus is wildly more effective than Jaina. That's hysterical. Now I'm really glad I did this. Really cool. Yeah, 54.6. Jaina did 10. He did more than Nord and Jaina combined. Wow. That dude hates Sinsaro Marsh boss. Wow. Cool. All right, well, I'm glad I thought about doing that real quick. All right, let's see the anti-tank if we can here. You're not a tank. Dread. All right, here we go. This is what we want to see. Can we stop Teresh from throwing Pandemonium to the back? And there was the throw, and he stopped it. He stopped Pandemonium from getting thrown to the back. That is massive. And that's not energy specific, right? That has nothing to do with having an energy team. So any team in PvP you want to put against a tank, if they're going to do that Teresh and Pandemonium combo, you can throw Carriolus in there. That might be worth it just there. That might be worth the whole investment into the hero, is if you're struggling in PvP against tank lineups because of that Teresh Pandemonium combo. That might be all you need. Really cool. Tank still kind of wrecked them. So maybe that was just... I wish I paid more attention. Were they just like wildly stronger? I should have looked at the team powers. Anyway, I'll do some work getting the gear a little bit more specialized, and then tomorrow maybe I'll try to make a video. Tomorrow or the next day I'll try to make a video with Hell Arena to see how energy does against some of those teams. Alright, so what was the last thing I was going to do? Was that the last thing I was going to do? Arena? I think it was. Alright, I don't know. I'm losing my mind. There we go. I think that's what we're going to say about Carriolus tonight. It seems like he is a strong hero. Gets a bonus from Nord, which is nice now that Nord was made free to play once again. Hopefully everybody pulled. I don't really love Rear Guardian, if you know what I mean. But hey, somebody's got to do it. Nice abilities. Does have some combat control and some PvP elements with the stuns and the limiting of common abilities, which is pretty cool. Has some protection built in with the Thunder Barrier, not only for himself, but for the Abyss Storm, which is going to stop Vanguards that charge, and also going to stop Teresh from chucking anybody. So that is pretty cool. Energy Restoration. Yeah, I still think a team with like a really good Nord, a Purin, a Miranda in the middle, and like a Carriolus and Jaina in the back is going to do absolute work. I might have to even level my Purin. I unfortunately do not have a great Purin right now, so the testing there is going to be pretty limited. But we'll see what we can do. The last thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and test a single target. This isn't what you want to use an energy team for by any stretch of the imagination, but let's just see how he does in comparison. And we don't need to watch it. We can sim it and then just look at the numbers. All right, so on single target, oh, he just edged out Jaina. Okay, so it seems like Nord's always going to be Nord, right? Jaina, if there are more targets that are readily available, especially when you have her EX30, and with that prototype that's going to gain extra energy, if you put her with res anything where she's hitting her ultimate all the time, she's going to outdamage. But on single target and lower enemy battles, it seems like Cariolis is going to edge her out. Not too shabby. Interesting. Really interesting hero. I think in the long run, kind of a strong addition to the energy lineup, which has an opportunity to bring energy back into PvP a little bit. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please, please, please leave comments down below. Let me know what you think of Cariolis, if you put some work into Cariolis. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see in the testing that maybe I can do in the future before you invest in this hero, because Eternal Evolution, especially if you're free to play, is all about efficiency and which heroes you're putting resources into, which is why I'm trying to make these testing guides so that everybody in the community can see exactly what they'll be getting if they invest into this hero. So hopefully it was helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content. And as always, guys, have fun. Good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.